Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday, the 23rd of July. I hope you're having a beautiful week. It's hump day. Oops, my cards are stuck to the tablecloth. As always, wishing you a beautiful day. Readings are timeless, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Interesting. It's been pretty quiet in my street. And as soon as I clicked on to do this reading, we've got cars driving past. So there could be like fast movement coming to something, but we'll soon find out. If you've been liking the readings, if you don't mind taking a moment to like, comment or subscribe, as it helps the channel grow, and it's also an awesome energy exchange for more specific messages to come through for your situation. The cards just flew out is someone's ego is being smashed to smithereens and the perfect storm is coming. That could be what the movement in the cards represents. There's change and the perfect storm that's coming. You just need to have the courage to step into it. Someone wasn't coming from a place of integrity. They were lost. It could be that person who's having an ego death. Okay, so splitting the deck. There's bits and pieces of yourself that you may have disowned and they're coming up for healing. You've been someone that has been transmuting pain. Through the disowned self, you might find bits and pieces that inspire a change in direction or just inspire you to step out of your comfort zone or even heal. Something is still destined. There's something written in the stars. Something very personal is coming in. It could be a personal spiritual growth, but someone tried to thieve your dreams. And this could be self-sabotaging as well, like you not taking the necessary steps to step outside your comfort zone. It's movement towards adventure. So there's definite movement coming. It's going to be too many. Hang on a second. Oh, I have 4 today. Just going to pause and grab the one that fell on the floor. Okay, there's definite movement happening. We've got perfect storm, the courage to step into life. So there could be opportunities or change coming. The number 44 could be significant, and you just asked to be confident and step into the storm. We're starting with that, and the last card that came out was in the hand. The universe is your partner. So the universe is asking you or presenting you these new opportunities, 333 on the clock, and they're just reminding you that the universe is your partner. It's not going to let you down. It's going to be there every step of the way. You're being called to just be careful what you think. Try and keep things positive. You don't want to manifest negative situations or fear-based scenarios. So just be mindful what you think, keep it light, keep it happy, keep it positive. Your ego could be extremely loud at this time, but you could possibly be going through an ego death. Yes, look at this. What you don't see coming is you may have lost your way for a little bit. It doesn't have to be for your own doing. It could be because you're in a nasty situation with someone and you got a little bit lost. But there's new beginnings coming. You're moving out of stagnation. You may be in a time of rest and renewal, but things are changing. And it may feel a little bit foreign. If you've been a little bit lost or a little bit off track, like I said, it doesn't have to be, it could be your own doing, like you haven't had any direction or know where you wanted to go, or it could be because someone tried to keep you blocked. We've seen the dream thief earlier, or you've just been in difficult situations, but that's changing now, and it may feel a little bit foreign, so you just asked to take the courage to move forward and step into life. Take the time to rest. Quiet that ego. Be mindful of what you think. You're definitely moving forward into emotional fulfillment and happiness. There could be emotional communication coming in. This Four of Pentacles can be a card of duality. So on one end, for example, and it just doesn't have to be related to money, but you could be quite wealthy, but you save everything, so you're missing out on life. Or you could be experiencing the time of lack and spending more than what you make, if that makes sense. So it's a card of duality. You could also be feeling extremely insecure and stressed at this time because things are changing and things could potentially be happening or changing behind the scenes with the universe, but you're just asked to move forward, to take a leap of faith, to trust in the universe, and your happily ever after is coming. Today. Okay, for some of you, someone who you have been dealing with has been really rampant with their ego. They've refused to see the truth. You could be really down and out with your finances at the moment, or someone was withholding them for you, but you still went through a glow up. Someone had ulterior motives, or you could have been self-sabotaging. But whoever, if this is you or the other person, they can't avoid what's being seen anymore, or what they've tried not to see. You're moving forward. You've gone through a magnificent glow up. If some of you are have been thinking about going into self-employment, then this is a good indication that you should do that, as it will be successful. It could be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Cancer. Someone was refusing to see the truth of the situation. You've overcome all obstacles. Guess what's that one? Could be dealing with a Libra also. And as I was talking about, like someone was trying to avoid the truth. It's here everywhere. They're finally seeing it. Their ego's been smashed to pieces. This could also be you. Maybe you failed to see the truth in a situation. You could be going through legal proceedings. And you could be waiting on a judgment. If this is someone else that you've been dealing with, then this person hasn't been able to let you go. You could have children with this person. The Wheel. Oops. Okay. There are new opportunities that are coming your way, and you'll have the choice about what you want to do. You are the High Priestess, so if this situation has been challenging, even though it has been challenging, you've known or had some inkling about how it was going to turn out. You could have stepped into the storm no matter how challenging that it was. You knew it was going to be challenging, but you did it anyway. You stood your ground, you stood in integrity, you were honest. And justice is going to be there for everybody to see. You're coming out of a challenging situation. The universe has had your hand every step of the way. Someone's had some sense knocked into them. Maybe by quieting the ego from the universe. 44, 40, 58, 31 and 25 could be significant. Libra season could also be significant. What's this clarity? Okay, someone possibly could be reaching out. It could be financial in nature. It could be, we've got the Queen of Swords, so it could be a divorce or it could be a breakdown in partnership. You're extremely independent, loyal, and honest. So someone within regards to a financial situation could have done the wrong thing by you. And now they're coming back. You could also have someone who is highly independent that is missing your energy at the moment, and you intimidate them a little bit. They have a lot of love for you and they want to have heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah, so someone's getting clarity on love and how they miss your presence, and another person is getting clarity on the wrongs that they've done to you. I was asking two questions in my head, but let's have a look at this communication. So we've got Page of Pentacles in reverse, which tells me someone possibly could have been withholding your finances, or you're going through a time of lack at the moment. And we've got the Page of Cups. Well, let's just have a look. Okay, it doesn't matter what the situation, whether it's finance or love, you've got someone or both people, could be two situations for yourself, that has been very strategic. Someone could have been withholding, like I said, finances, the other one withholding feelings, but there's a transformation coming and an end coming to a situation. Again, someone's going through a brutal awakening with death and judgment, and they're seeing things clearly. And people knowing that they need to come in and do things the right way. We're getting opportunity after opportunity, and this is just the start of it. It's like there's been a shift. You could have also been going through a massive transformation, death and rebirth. A rebirth with the judgment. You know where you've come from and where you're headed. One or two situations here today. Okay, it doesn't want to tell me. Some of you could have 4 situations on the go. What I'm hearing, it doesn't matter what situation it is for you, it's about the death and rebirth. It's about the death of the ego. And I feel like you're in like high priestess energy, so you're a higher vibration. And if these people want to continue to be in your life, or if they're receiving bad karma for how they've treated you, then they've had to go through that big death and resurrection, the death and rebirth. And the universe is helping them with this. So if they want to be in your life, they step up. And it doesn't matter if it's love, family, friends, business, relationships. You're going to have the same effect on each person. So let's have a look at the Hierophant, Justice, and Page of Cups. I'm also hearing that you may not see what's happening, and the Hanged Man come out. So there could be a pause in action, but you may not see the transformation that these people around you are going in or going through. And it could be that you need to have some time out as well to to go through a similar process. That's an interesting catch. Yeah, it's all about taking the time out, resting. There's unnecessary fear. There could be unexpected communication coming in also. Yeah, you got someone missing you, that's for sure. Someone wanting to come in for heart-to-heart conversations. So you could be in separation with someone or just at a distance with someone as well, but there's no need to worry because you've got some Emperor wanting to come in and speak his truth about love. There's no more fighting, no more conflict. You could have a lot of internal conflict about people in your life. You've got people seeing clarity. You're seeing clarity. People are, including yourself, as seeing or having a wake-up call in regards to self-sabotaging about their deceitful ways and motives. For some, if this is a relationship, about how they've self-sabotaged a relationship with you. There's multiple people in your energy that view you or hold you on a pedestal, and people are doing the work to reach you at that level. It's like you've got Lady Justice on your side who is protecting you. The sword is double-edged, so the sword is like your protector, and it's not going to let anybody in who isn't coming from a place of integrity. And it's like, because if you're in that High Priestess energy, you come with an extra layer of protection from the universe if you're doing the work. And so you are just divinely protected. But your wishes are coming true. You're having full future long-term success. You can make plans. There'll be financial security. Relationships, like someone who wants to invest in you. There will be time for celebration. Opposites attract. You could be asked out on a date, even if you're in a relationship. Your other half may want to be taking you out. Both got the King of Pentacles, so you could have someone who is a businessman, wealthy, living a life of luxury, and we've got possibly a nurturer, a parent, someone who is highly intuitive, and you both had to be strong, but you both want to fight for this connection. Someone is manifesting love with you. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yeah, there's no confusion anymore. Someone hasn't had the strength to see the truth. Someone could have been more focused on finances. But you're moving forward, you're moving out of choppy waters. You're going to have someone regretful for how they treated you. And someone's overcoming the inner conflict to speak their truth. Yeah, Knight of Cups. So you've got, it does definitely feel like a couple of situations for the majority of you where someone or each party hasn't been able to see the truth, and you've had to kind of anchor into your High Priestess energy and trust your intuition. But you've got one person gaining clarity that they've dealt with you the wrong way. You're possibly in a relationship with this person. There was a lot of conflict, and all their actions are starting to catch up with them. They valued money more so than anything, and they were refusing to see the truth. But now the truth, through the ego death, is smashing them in the face. And then you've got another person. We've got a male and female Nine of Pentacles. You've got another person who wants to move forward with you, wants to have heart-to-heart conversations and then come in and make an offer of love, or just to deepen the connection that you already have. But let's just see if there's anything else we need to know. Good news, inspired action. Justice. Yep, someone realizing that the cost of war was too high. This person could be quite a player, or just manipulative. Yeah, not in touch with their intuition. Has been avoiding everything they possibly can. What about this other person? This Knight of Cups, this love. What else do we need to know about that? Yeah, so they're coming out of a time of healing. Oops. They've come out of a time of healing, and where their tower's already happened and they've had to put everything back together. They're going to come with clear communication for victory and success. They've defeated the ego, self-sabotaging behaviors, possibly even done some shadow work. Oops. I'm hearing they view you as a rock star. I'm just going to pause again. Yeah, this person could have had a lot of internal conflict. Yeah. Internal conflict and stress about the communication that they want to come in and speak to you about, but they want to come in for victory and success. All right, gorgeous people, I'll leave it there and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.